All right, boys, we are back, and it's time for the Year 5 playoff run. We won the President's Trophy. I'm pretty sure, actually, we won the President's Trophy, right? Hang on, let me go quickly check that again. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we won the President's Trophy, and we're coming off a Stanley Cup win from last year. Yes, there you go, your Tampa Bay Lightning, all the way at the top of the NHL, 118 points. Pretty good, pretty good. So we won the President's Trophy. We're trying to repeat as Stanley Cup champions. And this again, it's kind of similar like last year, where well, I didn't think that we'd get Patrick Kane last year. I thought that this year would be another kind of reloading year, okay? But because we got Patrick Kane with free agency, it was almost like we were a better team this year than we were last year, even after dropping Brad Stewart, who was an 87 defenseman, and Vinny Lecavalier, who was an 89 center. All right, so our record definitely said that we were a better team this year. We won the President's Trophy, and now we have home ice advantage throughout the whole playoffs. And up first, we have the Washington Capitals, and I'm pretty sure, I forget if it was year 2 or year 3, but we had these guys in the first or second round, and they beat us. So it's time to get our revenge here. So now I know we got the new way to look at the players now. We can't just judge them by their overall, but still, we'll try to scout them the same way as before. But again, if we see a guy who's like 80 overall, he may have a great defensive category and individual stats now. So I'll be sure to look at that. Their first line, they have Semin, Backstrom, and Ovechkin. It's a deadly first line. An 87, an 89, and a 94. And we all know Alexander Ovechkin, one of the best players in the game. So yes, that first line's definitely going to be able to score some goals on us. I don't know if our second line, our first line is better. I mean, Stamkos is a lot better than Ovechkin. Lofthouse is up there as well. Dustin Brown, he's a better defensive player. It's hard to say. That they're both going to be scoring goals, basically. The second line, Grachev, Johansson, and Atkinson, it's actually pretty good. 284s and 87. It could be a bit better, but it's not bad. It's good depth, especially after that first line is just stacked the way it is. So their first and second line can definitely get goals. Third line, Porter, Like, and Brower. I like and Brower on the third line. Porter, I'm not too familiar with, but he's 81. He's a two-way forward, though, so his overalls are always a bit less. So, I don't know. It actually looks like a pretty good third line. And then the fourth line, Eakin, Jenner, and Ward. Not bad. I still say our fourth line is the best in the NHL. Baby LaRose, Kelly, and Foligno. Those guys have been great. And great playoff performers as well. So, you know what? These guys, I don't know if they're going to be good defensively, but they can definitely score goals with that lineup. That top six can definitely score some goals. Defensively, Carlson and Alsner, 88 and a 90. It's not bad. Orloff and Green. Green's good. 82, it's kind of low there for the second line. And then Fairchild and McDonald. All right, so defense, they have 3 great defenders, and the bottom 3 are kind of weak. But still, these guys are definitely going to be able to score goals. Definitely a power play specialist team, this team is. Washington Capitals. So I think as long as we can maybe hold them off the score sheets, I think there's not going to be any problem with us scoring goals. We just need to contain their goal scoring. And then in the cage, they have Neuwirth, who's 89 overall. So we have them covered everywhere, basically. I mean, we won the President's Trophy. We're the best team in the NHL coming into the playoffs. We can beat these guys. We can beat them, absolutely. They're a tough team, it looks like. They may be able to score some goals, but still, I don't feel like we're going to be at a disadvantage no matter who we go up against, all right? We got a great goalie, great offense, great defense. Yeah, we're ready to go. So here we go. Game 1, Year 5. It is time to repeat, boys. Come on, we're defending that Stanley Cup championship. At home, Game 1 against Washington. Here we go. First period, and there we go. Beaulieu starts our Year 5 playoffs with a nice goal from the point there. Very nice. Oh, batted puck. Oh, was he right at the net or something? All right, I guess he pinched up. Jenner scored for them. All right, second period. Oh, the Tampa Bay Lightning. Yeah, they break out. Now, I wonder if our first line is going to start scoring some goals for our playoff run this year. Stamkos, Brown, Simmons, Stamkos, LaRose. Every line stepping up there except for the second line. Third period, there you go, 6-2. Very nice, very nice. So I couldn't have asked for more, Again, I said it before. They're more offensively minded, this team, it looks like, with all their snipers and playmakers. I didn't see too many good defensive players. So as long as we can keep them off the scoring sheet, and if we can get 6, obviously if we get 6 goals a game, we're not going to have a problem against Washington. No way. No way. So we got to win games 1 and 2 here. Come on, don't let them split. That's all they want to do. They just want to take one of these first 2 games. So here we go. Let's just roll with this series here. Come on. We're a powerhouse. Let's show it early. All right. Game 2 at home. Here we go now. Let's get another 6 goals. First period. There we go. All right, we start off with one. Alexander the Great, he's going to get one or two. You got to expect Semin, Backstrom, Ovechkin to get some points. So that's all right. Connolly got one for us. There's that. No, he's on the third line. Yeah, Connolly's still on the third line. Second period. All right, still tied. Come on, Bernie Mac, you got this. Times 6. Here we go. Come on, boys. There you go. Lofthouse gets one on the power play. This guy, man, what a playoff goal he had last year to win the Stanley Cup with the dying moments. Seven ties the game up late. That's all right. Come on, boys. We can get one more on these guys. We're going overtime. We're in OT. There you go, Patrick Kane. His biggest goal for us so far. He gets an overtime Game 2 winner. Way to go. That guy, man, he is worth $13 million. He may not be worth it for the next 4 years after this year, but for the first year, definitely well worth it. Absolutely. So, yeah, great game again, boys. I'm actually surprised we're keeping the Washington Capitals to only 2 goals a game. The first 2 games, they only have 4 goals combined. So that's very good for us. All right, so we did what we wanted to do. Now we got Game 3 on the road. Hell yeah, man. The broomsticks may be out. I'm not going to say it, even though I just said it. So I'm not going to tell it to our players just yet. All right, so we still got to win this game, but this might be a short series here. First period. There you go. There's another one. Dustin Brown. So he's getting some goals there on the first line for us. Second period. There you go. There's another 3. Lofthouse, Thornton, Stamkos. So the first line has 3 goals. Joe Thornton has 1 on the second line now. Our third line had some goals in game 1 and 2. So every line is really scoring for us now. The Washington Capitals, they just can't contain us. We have way too many goal-scoring threats, man. Way too many. Here we go. Third period. They get 1. Come on, Bernie Mac. Are you good enough to get the routine yet? Are you good enough to have the routine? Last year, freaking a team got 6 goals on us in the third period. And there you go. Granlund, the fantastic Finn, gets an empty netter. Bernie Mac only allows 1 in the third period. And there you go, boys. We are scoring goals. Let me tell you this. We are scoring goals. I like this now. I like this. Previous playoff runs, it's been, we can't score goals. We can't score goals. Right off the get-go, Steven Stamkos is getting like 2 or 3 points a game. Our second line is chipping in. Our third line is chipping in. Bernie Mac is playing great. Yeah, he's not getting a shutout, but 2 goals against, 2 goals against, 3 goals against, fine. I'm fine with that. All right, the broomsticks are out, boys. The broomsticks are out. Can you hear it, Washington? The revenge. It's coming. Game 4 on the road. Here we go, boys. Let's just out these guys. Let's get a little bit of rest for us here. Let's just out these guys. First period. There you go. There's 2. Ekman Larson, the super Swede. Steven Stamkos, the clutch Canadian. This guy is really starting to be a playoff performer. Strap that C on his shoulder, and now he's ready to go. Second period. All right, they got 1 back. Brouwer. All right, boys. Come on. Play for Bernie Mac. We need 1 more. We need 1 more. Third period. If there's ever going to be a time for Washington to step up, it's right now. Game 4. I gave their team confidence. Porter, are we going back into OT? We're going back in OT. Who's going to step it up? Is it the Washington Capital? No, it's Dustin Brown. He gets an overtime winner. Dustin Brown, this guy, 3 goals in the first round for the Tampa Bay Lightning. We just steamrolled the Washington Capitals. Yeah, 2 games went to overtime. It could have been 2-2 if those 2 games went the other way. But still, we are a clutch team. 4-0 to start our playoffs. Here we go. Here we go. And our first line, Stamkos, Lofthouse, and Brown. Those guys are getting points for us. I like it. Let's check out our AHL team. Don't worry, I won't miss it. I'll be able to see the NHL logo. I will be able to see the NHL logo. Come on, boys. Here we go. There you go. So both of our AHL and NHL teams are on to the second round. Way to go, boys. It's turning out to be a very good year back here in Florida. Tampa Bay. Here we go. Man, these other series are going like, yeah, we got time off after that sweep. Oh my God, look how far I have to simulate. We almost got like a full week off. And we have not the Tampa Bay, the New York Rangers in the second round. Very nice, very nice. So let's just check out the team stats. Yeah, we'll just take a look at our teams. Oh no, player stats. Right, player stats. It's only 4 games that we played, so the team stats really don't matter. Let's just check out who performed for us there. I think our first line did really good. Lofthouse, Brown, and Stamkos. Those guys scoring every single game for us. Forwards. There we go. Yeah, Stamkos. Jesus. 12 points in 4 games. 12 points in 4 games. He stepped up big time. Brown, 6 points in 4 games, and Lofthouse, 5 points in 4 games. So Stamkos is like, he's tired of this cloud that he has over his head, thinking that, he's not a playoff performer. He has struggled to get points in the playoffs. No longer. Freaking 4 games in, he's got 12 points. He's at a 3 game to 1 or 3 points to 1 game ratio. Dear God. Patty Kane, only 4 points in 4 games, only a point a game player. Joe Thornton, same thing, and then it drops off. But that's fine. These guys stepped up big for us. Great. Awesome. Awesome. So the first round went off without a hitch. And it had to go. It had to. I mean, we're a President's Trophy winning team. We're a good team. We expect to do that. All right. The Western Conference, San Jose over Chicago. Columbus. Look at the second seeded Columbus Blue Jackets. And they got by the St. Louis Blues. Ooh. Vancouver over LA. There you go. There's the payback, Vancouver. And Detroit over Nashville. So it's San Jose versus Detroit and Columbus versus Vancouver. That's interesting over there. And the Eastern Conference, we swept Washington. Buffalo beat Toronto. Pittsburgh beat Carolina. And the Rangers beat the Islanders. So your Elite Eights for your Stanley Cup playoffs for Year 5, San Jose versus Detroit. Columbus versus Vancouver. Pittsburgh versus Buffalo. And your Tampa Bay Lightning versus the New York Rangers. We got King Henrik, Brad Richards, Gabrick, if they're still on the team, in round 2. But again, I don't think there's any team that we don't match up well against, all right? There's no team that we should be afraid of. We can beat any team in this NHL. So we got to come back, defend our Stanley Cup championship, and try to repeat. Stanley Cup ring to a President's Trophy to another Stanley Cup ring. Hell yeah, baby. Round 2 coming up next.